guys, we're in the Studio Gröndahl with David Castillo, and we're going to show you around, okay?
The writing process has been really complicated and tough, and probably the most challenging project we've been involved in my whole life, probably. We have argued a lot during the writing process because we wanted the best for this album. So really complicated in my opinion.
So the writing process in this album has been very difficult because we started like 2 years ago, something like that, and when we started working hard on the album, we were writing continuously. Suddenly the pandemic arrived, so we had to stop like for 3 months, something like that, and then it was hard to start again because you lose the focus of what you were doing, so we had to catch up and start working again. So I think that was really challenging in this album.
It's always difficult. You write some music, you make an album. Usually you don't like it when you put it out because you are sick of the music, and then after a while you fall in love a little bit more with the music, and then you have to do another one, and then you feel insecure about if you will be able to top that music you did. This specific writing process is being especially complicated. First, because Athma was an album that people seem to like a lot, and also because we have issues, like pandemic in between, and it was difficult for us to find the time at the beginning to be like consistent with the writing, in my opinion. Then after a while we started to find the right direction musically, and then somehow everything started working from there. So the writing process, I would say that it's been pretty tough, but really fulfilling in the end, in comparison with other albums.
32 is the next I have. Mo?
338. 348.
Alright, so in the 332, I don't know, it is like...
Yeah. That should be up there. No. No? No, it's a little. That should be leading this part.
Means leading.
So again, the idea behind making a new Persefone album is always to try to top the last album we made, and then try to push it a little bit further in terms of musically and production-wise, and the overall sound and everything. So right now we have just finished the mix, and I can tell that this one must be, in my opinion, like the biggest step forward, and when it comes to production and musical ideas and everything. I mean, we have never put that much attention on every detail on any album, and also we have spent like lots of resources when it comes to effort and money and time and everything. So in comparison, I think is by far the most professional release that we have ever done.
I think this album is way more complex than the previous albums. It's also the first time that I feel like more comfortable with the writing and the new music, since Atma was my very first writing with Persefone. In this one I think I've been way more involved in everything. It's faster, it's darker, the whole image of the album is darker too. I want to say sophisticated too. I think it's more modern, and I think we really thought every little detail in this one, not only the music but also like the singing, the lyrics, the pictures we wanted to do, everything, the whole package. And so that's it. Yeah.
All right. The main difference is in this album. I think we have taken a lot of more care when writing the songs, focusing on every detail, and then we have spent a lot of time working on the production of the songs. For those who that maybe don't know the difference, when we were writing the songs, and you have the full body of the song, and then you start working arrangements and so on in this song. So that time was we spent a lot of time that we never did that before, trying to get the right mood, right atmosphere for every part. So that I think that's the main difference with Atma or Spiritual Migration. I think it's absolutely the atmosphere that we've created with this album. It's usually said that Persefone is a band that when you listen an album, it's like seeing a movie. You know, you start from the beginning and you put the whole album to the end, and it's like a trip. You know, something like that. But in this case, I think we have put a lot of effort so that that really happens. So we've created all these atmospheres that are really, really cinematic. It's at some points it really sounds like a movie. We've used sounds that they are usually used in trailer music. So I think that's one of the things that I like the most.
That is finished. By now, yeah.
That is finished.
We don't have to work on it anymore. I'll say that I really wanted, it's the first time that I had a clear idea of what I wanted this album to sound like, and it is like that right now, that it's over. I wanted the album, I say about myself, but we agree on the band, something more aggressive and something more like epic and cinematic, and you know, all those elements are within the album, and it's present there, and the overall product really sounds the way I had in mind. So yeah, I love that idea. Especially I'm so happy about the whole thing, but keyboards especially, production and all the sounds we managed to get in there. I think it's a huge step forward from other albums, because at the end of the day I play guitar on all of them, and I only play guitar. I create the riff, I put the guitar in, I try my best to play the best notes. So you will find something similar, but when it comes to the rest, like keyboards and production, is like completely amazing.
The drum sounds really, really huge. For the first time, it's like I don't consider myself a good drummer at all. I like to play drums and have fun on stage and with my friends, but I'm not the kind of drummer to practice like crazy and being a nerd of the instrument. But the drums sounds so amazing here. So probably drums are my favorite part. Obviously, most singing is completely crazy in this album, and all the atmosphere and all the cinematic. I think Mo always talk about the cinematic landscapes we built in this one are really, really incredible. And there's a lot of details, like electronic details and video games and alien kind of things, you know, and it's like a huge movie landscape from the very first beginning of the album to the last minute.
Can you play for a moment? I will like this, and then boom, and then we start. We leave this moment. I mean, I think it's even better. For sure. It's so cool, man.
All right.
It's very cool, man. What do you think? Maybe we're gonna have this little moment. Between bam.
Yeah.
And then we start.
But we should do that. The master thing,
like this.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Okay,
Yeah.
you can try to do that.
Feel it completely.
Yes.
I like it.
All right. We are.
Really bad. Really bad. I mean, David, I don't like him. I don't like you, David, but no, he's been so good and so amazing. I mean, I don't want to tell this because probably he will like get more confident in his job, but he's so awesome at everything he's done for the album. He's so easygoing and he's funny and natural, and he has helped the album like to sound way better and bring everything alive. And he has paid attention to every little note and detail, and so I think he's like we trusted someone to the point to get that much involved in Persefone musically. So it's been really great.
I don't want to sound it like a cliche thing, talking good about the producer, but you know, in this case, I think David is a big part of how the sound of the album has ended up to be. For the first time, I have the feeling that everything that we've created is there and you can listen to it. Back in the day when we were writing all the albums, there was always these parts. Being an orchestra, being a guitar, being whatever you think about that. In some parts, maybe it's not the fault of the producer, but maybe the arrangement wasn't good enough. But those parts ended up being buried in the mix. And in this particular album, I think David has achieved this sound that everything is there. So it's like it's fantastic working with David in this. It's been great working with him.
That was like the last surprise for us. It was surprising for me. We've been working with other producers in the past, and all the experiences were different, but overall they were very good. With David, I don't know why, but since the very first moment there was a huge chemistry. The vibe was so chill with him, and he was really taking care of everything and putting much attention to every detail, spending a large amount of hours every day to get the album to sound like that should be. I'm so impressed about his philosophy when it comes to work with the band, and the quality of the sound and the quality of the mix is just superb. I mean, I feel so grateful that we decided to go with him, and meeting him as a person and as a professional, it's been quite an experience to me personally.
I would say it's an album that you need to listen to many times, and it's a lot of taking on the first listen. So I think it's an album that you need to give some time and get into all the details and pick up all the small things that are going on all the time. I would say it's be a little bit patient, but I guess anyone listening to this kind of music is a little bit patient with that one. Probably there are parts that are like hit you in the face right away and are more easy to pick up on, but overall I think it's a lot of music to take in. I think I have the same approach for every mix. It's just I'm kind of a mixer that mix with a feeling. I want to reach that feeling, and when I get that feeling, it's when I'm done with a mix, and it's kind of hard to describe. It's not like I have a rule I follow or anything. It's just I follow my feeling more than technical stuff. I need to feel some emotion from the music. That's the important part to me.
Pues muy bien.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, the real ones. How many Grammys do you think we are gonna get with this album?
What did we say? Like one for mixing, best mix. One for that guest guitar solo for best guitar solo. And what else did we say?
Probably.
Yeah, there's one word that's like start. I think it's a chorus. It's like this.
Come on!
And that one's gonna get.
I did you well. Most of the time.
One final question.
I know, one final question. Like from 1 to 10, how stupid of all the bands that were here, from 1 to 10 being 10 the most stupid band ever, and 1 the smartest, where we stand.
It depends. I don't think you should take everyone.
In the please let me win something, please.
Yeah, you have for the goofiest drummer.
Of the three of us, who's the good, who's the bad, and who's the ugly?
Ya está, muy bien, bien jugado. David, encantado, Un buen trabajo, jamón.
Jamón.
¿Ese vídeo?
Es un vídeo.
Ah, ok.
¿Qué es eso? El déficit de atención, ¿no? Probably. I don't know. Can I sit here?
Every number.
Don't hit me, please.
Now you miss the drums, isn't it?
It's recorded. If you hit them, it will be recorded forever.
You know this every day, all day. That's why I'm